What up bosses, your man MBR going to be showcasing Game 1, the best of 3 from the EU Final Play Tourney Q3 tournament. This was one of the most entertaining games from the night, being played on the new map Blackstone Arena Night. We saw both new champions, Ruh Kaan and Jumong, picked by Nerf, Bakko and Sirius, and they were facing up against a Ruh and Sirius played by Praise the Sun. We'll start having a look at Ruh Kaan. He was awoken by a grave robber, and well now, he's pretty pissed. He's a melee fighter whose basic attack charges over time and curses his target, which deals bonus damage and heals him, which can be strengthened with his battle rights. He can unleash a deadly Shadow Bolt, which does big damage but does leave him vulnerable whilst casting. He also has the ability to dash onto his foes and counter with his Consume, which resets his Shadow Bolt. You want to watch out for his Claw of the Wicked that hooks you into him, which also can be used on his allies to heal them and save them from any incoming danger. Using 25% of his energy, he can walk to a target location and unleash a Shadow Blast that inflicts curse on all nearby enemies. You don't want to be around him when he shapeshifts into his Shadow Beast form, as he can constantly pull you, but I do feel as we see through this match that his ultimate isn't all that strong and you're better off using your EX abilities as they give off nice heals. His teammate Jumong, the Beast Hunter, is the second champion to be added in patch 0.8. He's a trophy collector who has wandered the wildlands in pursuit of a worthy challenge. The great beasts of the world no longer tickle his pickles, so he's entered the arena looking for new prey. His basic attack, Hunt and Arrow, deals 16 damage per hit, and also successful hits charge his bow, which allow him to recast Steady Shot or Black Arrow. He holds 3 charges. Steady Shot releases a lethal projectile dealing 28 damage. Black Arrow and Prowl give the Hunter a great amount of mobility. Prowl makes him temporarily untargetable and increases his movement speed by 100%. He can lay bear traps around the arena that roots his foes when triggered. You want to watch out for his ultimate Dragon Slayer, as he can charge it up, increasing the damage, and on hit knocks you back a distance and potentially stunning you if you hit a wall or an ally. So with all that being said, we'll take a closer look at the two new champions now, as they took the first round quite easily. With blue team splitting up as they enter the middle of the arena, Sirius looks to go on to Jumong, but with a nice use of his prowl, he's able to use his movement speed to quickly get out of trouble and group up with Ruh Kaan. As they battle out, we're going to see middle orb coming up in 5 seconds. Ruh Kaan misses his first Shadow Bolt, but thanks to his Consume ability, he's able to gain a second charge and making sure that he hits his opponent this time. Middle orb is now up as each team are trading blow for blow, making nice use of his leaf ability. He is putting some big damage on the bottom side, but does get caught in a nice Petrify from Sirius, which leaves Jumong in a 2v1 situation on the top side, but thanks to his Black Arrow, he's able to dash out of incoming harm as he rotates to the bottom side, each team trading blow for blow. Red team secured the first middle orb this round. As we see Sirius land another Petrify onto Ruh Kaan, leaving Jumong in a 2v1 on the bot side. Both his escapes down from earlier, he's easily picked off by the red team. He does land his Claw of the Wicked and shapeshifts into his Shadow Beast form. But with the red team being both as healthy as they are, he's really going to struggle to turn this one around. The thing I do like about his ultimate is how cool it looks, but what you can see there, it doesn't really increase his damage. The nice part of it is when he uses his right mouse button, it does actually pull in the target towards you, instead of the 10-second cooldown which you normally have on Claw of the Wicked. You can probably get around about 3 claws in that, but your opponent can quite easily walk away, and without any roots and snares, if your teammate isn't next to you, you're really going to struggle to do the damage. So I feel with his X-Shift abilities, one which is his spacebar, which allows him to consume health from his target, also doing some nice damage where he spins around in a circle, and then secondly his Claw of the Wicked, which actually pulls an ally this time around and heals them. 3 battle rights picked up by Ruh Kaan so far are Demonic Hunt, gaining his Sinister Strike, an additional charge which gives him the extra mobility for engaging or disengaging. Secondly, he has taken Death Grip, which reduces the cooldown of his Claw of the Wicked by 3 seconds if landed, and his round 3 battle right is Never Chains, which inflicts curse through his Sinister Strike, meaning that when he leaps onto a target he can deal that bonus damage instantly. Whilst our trophy collector started off with Heartseeker, which inflicts his foe with a bleed when he hits Black Arrow and also healing himself over time. Second round he went for Deadly Trap, increasing his projectile damage to anyone caught in his bear traps, and his round 3 battle right was Precision, causing Black Arrow to deal bonus damage, which mixed with his first battle right increases the damage of Black Arrow by 12. Into our third round of this best of 3, the red team are really focusing down Jumong. Sure, he has nice mobility, but once on cooldown he's pretty squishy. But Ruh Kaan landing 2 nice pulls on Bakko to help his ally out. Sirius doesn't make the best use of Ancestral Beam, but still lands some heavy hits with his blade on the Hunter. But with Rain of Arrows he's able to snare him and flee to the top corner, picking up his ultimate in the process. You see Ruh Kaan use Claw of the Undying to pull him out of danger. With Jumong now behind both his target, he lines up Dragon Slayer, only for Bakko to deflect the projectile back into their cell. GG. First it looks like a great play by the blue team and they're going to take this round, but damn, that shield was on point by Bakko, but Praise the Sun up 2-1 in this first game. I've heard about taking an arrow to the knee before, but damn, that was on a whole nother level. The blue team are going to have to bring their A game now if they want to turn this one around, as we see them pick up their round 4 battle rights, with Ruh Kaan taking Taint and striking a cursed target. He heals for an additional 2 health, and Jumong going for the extra speed with agility that gives him an additional 10% movement speed, which I think is going to be very useful for him, as the red team have been really up his ass. They realise how squishy he is, and once his escapes are down, he's pretty easy to kill. So with that additional movement speed, he's going to avoid the incoming danger, potentially avoid the charges coming out of Bakko, and also his leap. Along with that, it's going to allow him to kite them a little bit better, with him being a ranged champion against the 2 melees here. If he can keep his distance from them, he's going to be able to put some nice damage in with just his basic attack D and 16 damage. As we see them focus Ruh Kaan, he uses his Reap and Cycle ability for the first time this game, which consumes the life force of nearby enemies, dealing 30 damage and also leeching 30 health over 1.8 seconds, which is huge. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I feel he's better off spamming this compared to using his shapeshift. That doesn't really grant any bonus damage. With the red team clearly flustered after that trade, we see them getting pushed back into the top corners. With the blue team in no hurry to finish off their foes, they put in some fancy ballerina twirls until Sirius decides to re-engage onto Jumong, but takes a few arrows to the knee and is unable to proc his counter, leaving him very vulnerable. As Ruh Kaan now switches his focus to Sirius, we see him get caught in a bear trap, causing him to take the increased damage from the hunter and also allowing him to line up a deadly blow with Dragon Slayer. Sirius is able to teleport over the wall, but Bakko's not so lucky as he meets the Grim Reaper, but with only 17 health and caught on the bottom side of the map, the blue team Nerf Bakko and Seeker will take this to a final round. That was a real nice play at the end of that round, as we saw Ruh Kaan pull Sirius into the bear trap, rooting him in place, which allowed Jumong to guarantee a hit with his deadly Dragon Slayer arrow. And this time Bakko's shield was on cooldown, so we were going to have no deflections. So coming into the last round of the Q3 Play Tourney EU 2v2 final, we're going to see Jumong select Big Game Hunting as his final battle right, which grants him an extra 25% movement and attack speed if he lands Dragon Slayer, with Ruh Kaan also going for the increased movement speed in his beast form with Shadow Prowl. Both teams have made this a very exciting final so far. You can watch my live commentary from the tournament below. With Bakko charging, he still gets caught by the bear trap set earlier by Jumong, increasing his damage and dropping his foe under half health within the first 15 seconds of this round. As we see Sirius not get his counter proc once again, as his health is consumed by Ruh Kaan. Not a great start for Praise the Sun, with both of them under 50% health, not even a quarter of this round gone yet. The red team were able to pick up mid-orb in the process, but Ancestral Beam only tickles Ruh Kaan as he lands some nice blows onto Bakko. Avoiding his Valiant Leap, he lands a nice Shadow Bolt and Claw of the Wicked combo, all whilst Jumong is spinning his kneecap with arrows. Leaving Sirius in a 1v2, we do see the Hunter miss his prey with Dragon Slayer and take a mouthful of Ancestral Beam, but a nice Claw from Ruh Kaan to give his ally a helping hand. With sudden death looming, the blue team keep on the pressure. Sirius has no other option but to teleport inwards, getting his counter off only to be finished off as soon as he reappears. A really nice turnaround by the blue team Nerf Bakko and Seekers. They played it nicely in the final rounds, with Jumong making use of his counters and kiting wow, whilst Ruh Kaan was putting out some nasty damage. Hope you bosses enjoyed. I had a lot of fun casting this best of 3 on stream, and I wanted to do a short video looking at how these new champs paired up. You can watch my live commentary for the EU and the NA tournament below. Peace.